Who's my real dad?
Jeffrey Epstein. Oh!
I'm related to Epstein?
Is this why you always wanted to play catch?
The movie begins with a romantic couple going somewhere with one of them blindfolded because they
Freaky.
So the boyfriend Paul takes Iris to a fancy restaurant at a Skyview tower and she's like,
Are you kidding? But we're broke. What? That's amazing.
but when she sees some rich folk attending, she starts getting insecure and goes,
But I'm dressed like a peasant though.
you're dressed like $1,000,000.
Aw, he knows the right thing to say. Cause he's trying to get laid.
Then this snobby ass kid gets told off for stealing coins from a fountain and yo, how broke do you gotta be to be stealing pennies? Then the kid joins the couple when getting on the elevator and starts stomping and jumping on the glass cause he think it's
Funny.
Now when the director of the film casted this kid, I wonder if he told the kid that he only got the job cause he looks annoying and has the most punchable face ever. Anyway, Paul then checks in to confirm his reservation, but the staff is like, oh, but you're poor. Brokies need to get the hell out. I make 30K a year. That's cute. Now piss off. So Paul practically starts begging while Iris checks out the bar and the staff's like, get out. Oh, Mr. Old Money, right this way, sir. But when staff ain't looking, Iris just sneaks into the bar with Paul anyway to enjoy the view. And turns out she's scared of heights. And Paul's like, oh, we've been dating for 2 years. How could I forget? And she's like,
That's why I'm dating a short king, cause I'm afraid of heights.
so he tries to cheer her up by getting her champagne and finds out bro might be an NPC cause he thought
Useless.
Then Iris makes herself feel worse by constantly looking down. But if you're afraid of heights, why would you look down?
Is it cause you hate yourself?
Then she runs to another spot to look down again like,
Girl, what is wrong with you?
then a random woman pops out and goes, you're pregnant, aren't you?
Yeah, but I haven't told my boyfriend, cause what if he hates kids and leaves me? Then let him be a deadbeat.
And despite Paul knowing she's afraid of heights, decides to take his girl to the top of the tower anyway. While this kid gets in trouble again, but this time for trying to throw pennies off the tower. He's like,
I'm sorry, sir, I'll be a good boy.
alright now.
Fat ass.
Anyway, bro proposes, but she tells him she's pregnant and thinking she ruined the proposal, she says sorry. And he's like, sorry? I was trying to baby trap you all along. What you mean you sorry?
Baby trap?
Yeah, my plan was to make short ass kids with you. So she says yes and gets engaged, but
Oh, the ring looks like the $5.
where is the diamond?
I can't see shit.
Then Iris sees a little chopped ass kid chuck the penny, which leads to a string of events where everyone will die. Now the couple heads to the dance floor where people are dancing on top of the glass and the glass begins to crack. But this is unrealistic because I've been to those towers where they have the see-through glass, and let me tell you, anyone that's like on the glass is either on their phones recording it or always paying attention to it. So there's no way people are just roaming around like a bunch of people jumping on the glass and not even looking at it. That's just not the case. So to see a bunch of people dancing and constantly jumping on the glass and not a single person is looking down on it makes this scene super unrealistic. Plus, this is the grand opening of a new tower, but nobody's careful, so they jump to their deaths. You know, incidents like these are a terrible tragedy in America, while it's just the average day in South Korea. Then Iris loses her man Paul, and she just goes, no, and that's it. No tears, no nothing.
She did not love that man.
Yo, this scene was hilarious. The chef just straight up pours fire on an old lady, and the granny goes, now, unless the granny was oiled up, fire does not spread that quickly, by the way. Anyway, the fire then causes an explosion, killing more people, then staff says take the stairs, so the kid heads first and is safe while the others were too slow and fall to their deaths. And this little shit's like, meh, sucks to be y'all. So they head to the elevator next, but it's too full, so it breaks, killing Joe Biden. Then the tower decides to turn into an amusement park as the people go down like, wee. Yo, why does this low-key look kind of fun though? And the Asian takes Iris's shoe so she can sell it, and Iris is so kind because she offers to help, but Asian slide down anyway. Then her face is like, something wrong. As fate says, this is what you get for quitting piano.
Oh, toodaloo.
And this kid goes,
Teehee, I'm alive.
man, the director knew exactly what he was doing because this death was so satisfying. So Iris is the only one left, or so she thought, as some kid pops out of nowhere and goes,
Help, help.
so Iris goes to save him. But I'm not gonna lie, if I was Iris, man, I'ma pretend to be deaf and just wish the kid the best. Good luck out there, little buddy. You on your own. So she tries saving him when she could have left him alone and lived, as they both fall to their deaths in the process, and we're back to present day. As our first impression of the main character is being a complete weirdo screaming in a lecture. Yo, she kinda looks like Fiona from Shrek, so we're gonna call her Fiona. Now, Fiona has been having the same nightmare of her grandma Iris dying at the tower for 2 months straight. Damn, she's got a roommate? Yo, I feel bad for her. Imagine having a roommate that constantly screams in the middle of the night and wakes you up all the time for months. Yeah, I wouldn't blame her if she jumped Fiona's ass in the middle of the night.
That is annoying. I'm sorry I'm the main character.
Yo, look at her face. She's like,
Girl, I hope you die.
So Fiona heads back home to find some answers about her nightmares, and when she sees her dad, he's Asian? But I don't see a single ounce of East Asian in her whatsoever.
Does that look Asian to you?
So that's her dad, apparently. And then we meet her brother, and her brother looks like Joji if Joji decided to get some sleep. And the two head over to their cousin's place so that Fiona can learn Iris's whereabouts. Girl, why are you here?
I have to tell you something. I know I don't look Asian, so I think I might be adopted.
So Iris has two kids, a son and a daughter, and Fiona's from the daughter's side and meets her cousins who are on the son's side. And I just noticed Fiona got more hugs in a span of 1 minute than I did my entire life.
Yeah, she is not Asian.
So she starts pestering her uncle to tell her where Iris lives, and he's like, she's crazy, and the reason why your mom left, so I ain't telling you shit. She even sent us letters, constantly telling us we're gonna die in so many terrible ways.
So,
Do you still have any of those letters?
Girl? Yeah, I'm getting the impression Fiona's not a likable character at all, because not only is she waking up her roommates screaming in the middle of the night, but when she goes to her extended family and they clearly tell her, like, look, we're uncomfortable, we don't want to talk about it, she doesn't care and just keeps going anyway. She's like, oh, you were traumatized. Yeah, I don't care. Where's she at? You look at the wife's uncle's face. She
give her the death stare.
You're a selfish piece of shit. So the uncle leaves because she begs and pleads with the auntie then tells her where to find the letters, thus Fiona gets Iris's address and goes to see her. Yo, look at this place. Does she even have the Wi-Fi? And when Fiona closes the door, a fire extinguisher drops. So Fiona meets Iris and tells her about the nightmares she's been having, but Iris tells her it was her premonition, so despite Iris seeing everyone dying, she ended up stopping it from ever happening. Iris, will you marry me?
Hell no, that's not important. Everyone's gonna die.
So she ruins Paul's proposal, steals a penny off a little kid, and while people are dancing, she gets on stage and tells everyone to stop being an idiot and look at the cracked glass and saves everybody. But just like every other Final Destination movie, Death doesn't like it when you mess up its plans, as Iris has everyone, and I mean everyone that was meant to die that night eventually all died in the exact order she saw in her premonition. Then tells Fiona the only reason she's still alive is because she wrote all the ways Death could kill her in a book and never let her guard down.
I haven't stepped out there in 20 years.
20 years? God damn. Might as well let Death take you at that point. And when Fiona reads the book and is told she can't leave, she starts getting creeped out and leaves poor old Iris.
You don't believe me? Well, duh, you crazy. You should try getting some Wi-Fi. Please, help me poop!
And Iris, knowing she's going to die if she steps foot outside, decides to go out anyway and gives Fiona the book in hopes Fiona can delay her family's deaths like she did. And the granny dies, so technically Fiona killed her and killed her own bloodline because she wanted to know more about her nightmares.
Now her whole family's screwed.
Then during the funeral, Fiona's mom shows up, which pisses her off because the mom abandoned her kids, and when Fiona decides to study the book, everyone else in the family be having barbecue without her. And for those of you who watched the trailer, y'all already know what happens.
Are you alright? Oh my gosh, this is water. I wanted Sprite.
And when Fiona has this great awakening that her granny was telling the truth, this grown-ass man be on the trampoline with a rake right below it. Man, who the hell places a rake right below a trampoline? Clearly someone in this family is trying to hurt someone, because how else is a rake placed there? Then sensing her family's in danger, she calls them, but no one picks up because nobody likes her. So Death makes a beer fall off, which hits a machine that causes a rake to move on its own, and when Fiona arrives, grown-ass man gets a boo-boo from the trampoline, causing the glass from earlier to get in the grass, leading to the uncle to step on it as the rake moves, turning on a lawnmower, which then moves and kills the uncle when he falls down. Yeah, these deaths are ridiculous, but hey, it's creative. So the funeral takes place and now Fiona is convinced more than ever and is at the level where the normal person would see her and call her crazy. And she reads the book and it says JB found someone who survived. So she's like,
oh my gosh, my granny knew Justin Bieber.
Then she tells her whole family what Iris told her and the dad's looking like, y'all hearing this shit? And nobody believes her.
Death is coming for y'all cause ChatGPT said so. Oh my god.
As the Asian dad's like,
I raised the failure. This is what happened when you don't marry the Korean Christian girl.
So she says they're all gonna die because they were never supposed to exist, as the order is emo dude, Starbucks lover, and peanut allergy nice guy, then Fiona's mom, Walmart Joji, then Fiona. But good news, Death don't target the Asian cause Death is racist, and the auntie is safe too. But again, nobody believes her and everyone thinks she's cray-cray.
Girl, this is cause you're a Pisces. And they called me crazy cause I'm into star signs.
Then the mom's like,
let me use this opportunity to score brownie points for my daughter even though I abandoned her. You're Delulu, but I love you. You think I care? You ain't my mom, you just homeless and broke.
Then later, emo dude does a tattoo on himself to honor his dad passing, which is a good gesture, but I ain't gonna lie, bro, that tattoo is
ass.
Then Def decides to play with his ass, spilling gasoline as a random ass chain then hooks onto his nose piercing, and when trying to take it off, a fire starts burning the place up, so by the time he takes his piercing off, he slips and falls and burns in the fire. The next day, Fiona hears about the fire and is convinced emo dude is dead, only to find out he's still alive and she's the one that could have killed him with her driving.
The hell? But you were meant to die.
Then showing he only suffered minor injuries, Fiona continues to be paranoid and say things like,
Watch out for the soccer ball, it can kill you.
then Pumpkin Spice Latte Lover joins him, and when Fiona mentions how dangerous a garbage truck is, bro starts playing with it.
Yeah, you like that garbage truck? Yeah.
So he tries making the point she's just Delulu and that nothing's gonna happen, only for Starbucks Lover to get hit by a soccer ball and chucked into the garbage chute. You know what's funny about this scene? The garbage truck was moving super slow and would stop at every house, but the moment the latte lover's in the garbage, the truck starts bolting it as fast as possible, completely ignoring all the other houses and not stopping. So Starbucks about to get crushed, and guess what the driver's doing? He's swiping on a dating app cause he horny. Yo, what kind of dating app is called Crusher? Who's gonna go,
Yeah, I met this guy on Crusher the other day.
and I bet you when they were filming this scene, the smell must have been horrendous. So I hope the actress got paid well because I know she had to film there for hours. So emo dude gets driver to stop.
But it don't matter as all the latte she drank pours out when she get crushed la.
I wish YouTube could let me show this, but yeah, this
Look like a chicken egg.
So now everyone believes her except the
Asian.
But Fiona feels bad saying she messed up the order, thinking emo dude was next, but the aunt's like,
It's my fault. Emo is not my husband's real son.
you had an affair?
Your father and I were having such a hard time.
Girl, why can't you just say, I cheated? Why you gotta go, no, your father and I were having such a tough time? Just say, I cheated and I was wrong for that. Could you imagine if the husband got caught cheating and he's like, oh, well, I did it because your mother and I were having such a... You just sound ridiculous.
Who's my real dad?
Jeffrey Epstein. Oh.
I'm related to Epstein?
Is this why you always wanted to play catch?
Oh, that was funny. This movie should be the horror comedy.
So the nice guy with the peanut allergy asked for help, but the
Asians like, this is ridiculous. You think this a movie or something? I live here too long. I go hang out with Asian.
Anyway, Fiona wants to find this JB and hopes he can tell them how to survive. Then the mom says she knows where he is and they all end up going to hospital together because that's where he's at. I'm touching your nuts.
Now, I don't have a brother, so I wouldn't know, so I'm genuinely curious. Is it normal to touch your siblings' nuts? Like, as a joke? Because that's pretty gay.
So Fiona has somewhat of a bonding moment with her mom as she explains she only abandoned them because Iris raised her to be paranoid, and she believes she would raise Fiona to be paranoid and crazy if she didn't abandon her. So they get to the hospital to meet JB, and turns out JB was the little kid Iris tried saving in her premonition and was the one helping Iris over the years. And he pretty much tells them the only way to survive death is to either kill someone or have your heart stop and get resuscitated, and if you can't do that, you're screwed. You want my advice? Y'all should start doing drugs, because you're all gonna die anyway.
Toodaloo.
So Fiona's side of the family just accepts death like it is what it is, while emo dude's side is trying to find a way to beat it.
Okay, hear me out. What if Fiona gets pregnant and then takes the abortion pill, killing the baby, and thus you kill a life, therefore you beat death?
Then the movie show a bunch of vulnerable babies.
Yeah, I got a great idea. Just one.
No, it'll be quick.
So the emo proposes that he eats peanuts, and once dead, he will use the EpiPen to bring him back to life.
Wow, what could possibly go wrong?
And by entering a random ass room, Def decides to turn on the MRI.
What the hell?
So Fiona's family looks for them while Emo steals a wheelchair and thinks it's a good idea to do it right in front of the MRI machine. And what was annoying was Emo kept rushing him, saying things like,
We need to hurry. Come on, go.
Yo, what's with the hurry? Your brother's gonna die. Like, let him take his time. Damn.
So this poor guy takes a wrapper out, eats the peanuts because his brother told him to, and when he starts dying, Emo refuses to give the EpiPen until he knows for sure dude's dead. And mind you, I was today years old when I found out an MRI is a magnet to anything metal, including jewelry. And oh my goodness, when I saw this, I said, are his nipples okay? His nipples just got wrecked.
Them nips not the same anymore.
Then the wheelchair pulls bro into the machine and crushes dude, making him pose like an Olympic gymnast on crack. But because Emo holds the EpiPen, Peanut Dude goes after it and saves himself while all sorts of items outside are drawn to the MRI.
Then the Asian lady thinks something wrong.
And opens the door, which leads to Peanut Dude dying, and it sucked to see him die because Peanut Dude actually seemed like a good guy. So the family's sad knowing the mom is next and decides to go to Iris's cabin in the woods together, believing their mom will be more safe there. So they drive off while the same unlucky Penny the little kid threw 55 years ago gets picked up by some granny who's stuck in the 1930s and thinks she can still buy a house with that penny. And when they arrive to the cabin, suddenly the lights turn on because Def was waiting for their ass. And when Fiona rams the car through the gate, her seatbelt gets jammed in the process and is unable to get out. Then the movie uses ridiculous never gonna happen logic to start a fire, and when Fiona says to go ahead and not to worry about her, by the time the mom makes it to the cabin, a burning leaf enters the crib and a flower pot falls, breaking a gas pipe and leading to an explosion, sending the RV into the water, causing Fiona to drown. But wait, there's more, as the mom saves Walmart Joji, but the mom now looks like Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight.
Mom, tell your dad I'm sorry I made you Asian.
Yo, look at his reaction, he's just like, yeah, that's crazy. And just heads off.
No tears from him either. Oh, he don't give a shit about his mother.
Then Joji, using his $2 knife from Walmart, attempts to rescue his sister as she blacks out in the process, and when she gains consciousness, he tells her that she died but he brought her back to life, meaning death can't go after them anymore.
Yay, I just love movies with happy endings.
Then a week goes by as Fiona accommodates Joji to meet his prom date while this granny buys a lemonade instead of watching AI slop at a nursing home,
Causing the penny to fall on a train track.
Hello there, thanks for taking out my daughter. You better use protection.
He brought me back from the dead. He's a good kid.
Your heart didn't stop, so you weren't dead. In other words, this NPC told him death is still after them. Then we see Joji's prom date and
Aw, they would've looked so good together. It's too bad a train can go off track all because of a penny and kill 2 civilians on the main road out of nowhere. Aww.
But yeah, so much for happy endings. Guess you can only get happy ending at the massage parlor. Overall, this movie was very entertaining, and I was just pleasantly surprised that in every Final Destination film, including this one, they always find new creative ways to kill off the characters. And with Final Destination 7 currently in the works, I'm looking forward that one day they can use the abortion and defeat death. Now, you guys seem to like the weapons video a lot, so here it is, another horror film, and hopefully you guys like this one. If you have any thoughts on the video, do let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC. And yeah, till next time.